Tracy, we're back again. In this pack, we have no illustrations. We have no repeated words. So we are on to abstraho already. We're going to split them by whether or not they are ordo or cacum. All right, we are split. Now we are going to take these off to the side and start with ordo. We're starting with glomus. This is the one that I have of this type. It is called ornamentum because they look like those little ornamental guys at the top of a fancy column. The first one's the one that I already have. This one is darker and this one is sharper. Next, we're going to fibra. This is the wood grain that I already have, and this is a new wood grain to me. This new kind isn't quite a necto, which looks more like a chainmail, and it's not quite a clathry, which is more of a grid, because these aren't straight lines. They kind of look like plant cells to me. So this is a new guy for me. This one's a simple weave. I do not currently have a simple weave like it, and the basket weave is those 3 lines according to my system. And it doesn't look quite like this other type of fabric as well. So this is entirely new and I need to give him a name. How about textile? This tent CK pitched as a rubber ball shape, kind of like a 4-square ball. So I need to go and see what they pitched for it. Because it's not quite like this kind of basket weave with the 3 slices. They had a video 1-2 where they got a spherosterium, which is a ball game or a place for a ball game. We're on to the Adrictus. Clathy can be the hardest because they have the smallest differences in between them a lot of times. So we're starting with Clathry and Firmus, so our thinnest, most fragile looking lines. And in comparison to the ones that I have, it doesn't look like I have any of these, although these are pretty close. At the end of the day, whenever you get down to this level of nitty gritty, I feel like at this point I care, and soon I will stop probably having to care. One of these has slightly better, less fragmented printing than the other. And honestly, at this point, isn't that a disease in the specimen? Not quite a difference of species. But, you know, who knows? Now we need ones that look like brush strokes because they have slightly inconsistent widths. I don't yet have these two, although they are quite close to similar. This one is more gray, so it's going to probably be a Ravis. And then this is my first Clathry Seda Caeruleus, which means blue. One of these kind of brush stroke grids. These grid ones that have consistent gapping that makes them look plaid are called Caledonia because that is Scotland in the Latin world. This one is a new one and is going to come and live with these caeruleums. Although tightly packed, the grid has only intermittent larger spaces, like hallways in a tightly packed apartment building. That's what cellula is. I think that this most closely lives with cellula, so it's going to come and live in here. A lot of times whenever we see breaks in a clathry, we call it exectextens because it's a rip. This is more similar to a warp, and so whenever you're looking at a warp like this, I've decided to name it pervositas, which means a warp, perversity, distortion. So finally, I have this weird guy, and I have nothing for him yet, so I'm going to probably name him on his triangle. And with that, we have reached to the end of the ordo of that bag. Tracie, thank you again. I am so excited to get to the next part of this whenever I come back and to cake 'em next time.